Well, with most of us stuck at home practicing social distancing and oftentimes sharing a space with family members, trying to work or study, finding a way to get and stay clutter-free has never been more important or more challenging. Joining us by satellite from New York today to discuss how you can maximize your space at home is the chief organizing expert at Macari. Patty Morrissey joins us. Patty, it's great to see you.
Good to see you too. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, I am sort of mildly infatuated, maybe a little bit more than that, with Macari and everything that's available there. But having this role as chief organizing expert, how does all that come together?
I have a passion for reuse and keeping useful things in use and connecting with other people. So it's really amazing to be a part of this time where there's such great innovation around getting our unwanted things in the hands of people who need it.
It is, and you know, it's one of those things where the one man's trash is another's treasure, and I say one man's like little trinket might be another's treasure. So it's really cool to see all this come together. But I'm a trinket keeper, and so that ends up sort of piling up from time to time, and I'm really noticing it now. So you've got some insights on making heads or tails of all of this in our houses.
Absolutely.
Boo, I'm so disappointed. Patty, can you still hear us? Just double checking.
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we're still in our interview. Just want to make sure. I'm glad. That's a good connection because I'm really excited to hear how to make the most of putting these things that you know and love around the house kind of in their proper place so that we can enjoy them and kind of coexist without having too much.
Absolutely. So I just want to recognize how difficult this time can be for us. There's so much change going on around us. And so when we declutter our home, it's an opportunity to take control of what we can control, which is going to help us feel a sense of security and help alleviate some of our anxiety. So the process of decluttering is really effective in a very practical, immediate sense of making room for all of the functions that our home needs to serve for us right now. But it's also going to be restorative of our mental and emotional state and help us find more clarity and peace. And so when we're going through our homes, we're going to uncover some things that we've forgotten about that we do need right now. Maybe a back stock of paper towels in the back room that we forgot about, or some cans of food up in the pantry that we might have forgotten about. We can have some fun experimenting with those finds that we find around the house. And there's also going to be things that we come across that we don't need, that are no longer serving us, like old toys and games, DVDs and electronics that someone else needs right now. And so at this time where we're really disconnected, selling on an app like Macari can be a great way to connect with other people. I know I'm shopping a lot on some of these e-commerce giants, but it feels even better to be able to shop and support other people around the country who are selling their things, and likewise me finding a home for the things that I no longer need. I just did a decluttering effort with my daughter. She cleared out her room and she's really feeling empowered and excited about her big girl sort of queen bedroom right now. And she was ready to let go of a lot of the dress up clothes, which as a mom was like, oh, you know, my little girl is growing up. But to know that it's going to end up with another little girl who's stuck at home right now and could really use something to be excited about, that warms my heart at this time when we're feeling really disconnected.
And that's an important part of it too, is making sure that the things you love and you know then that they're going to someone else to be able to love just as much as you do.
Absolutely. And so selling is the most sustainable way of making sure that the things that we're no longer needing and keeping find a way to stay in use. You know, right now all the donation centers are closed, understandably. And so selling on Macari is the way to get things out the door and into the hands of other people. Even when donation centers are open, about 80% of the things that get donated end up in a landfill. And so with Macari, you can schedule a pickup with the U.S. Postal Service. You pack it up right at home, leave it on your doorstep, and it's totally contact free. And so it's a great way to keep things moving out of your door and keep things in use in the environment.
I love Macari, as I mentioned before we got started, but for anybody who's not familiar, you know, you've mentioned you can sell. Can you just give us a quick description?
Absolutely. So Macari is an app. Go ahead to the App Store, download the app, try listing just one thing to give it a try. It's designed for the person who's never done this before, so it's really user friendly. Simply snap a photo, good lighting helps, write a brief description, price it to sell so that it moves, and then when it sells, write a little note to the person who bought your item and send it on its way.
Couldn't be easier. And at this time when we're all looking to declutter because we're noticing these things around the house that, like you mentioned, the dress up clothes are ready to pass along, a great opportunity to maybe pick up a little money because you're clearing these things out. So Patty, this is a win-win.
Absolutely. So, and we have the time at home, so no better time to give it a try than now.
Well, thank you so much for the insight. Be safe, and we appreciate you talking with us.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
I love it. I think this is going to be my personal challenge for the weekend. One item going up on Macari. I'm going to do it. We appreciate all the information from Patty. Visit us online, WTVR.com/VTM for all the information. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.